guest today, and we have some surprises tonight. All right, we have some surprises tonight. Nehemiah is going to be in here. Nehemiah is going to be in here probably in the next just a little bit. So make sure you stay for him to come on and do an amazing talk with you all. But listen, I'll say this: stay to the very end. We have something you do not want to miss. I promise you. And if you're not in the room, you're going to be regretting it. Plus all the amazing speakers. So without further ado, the first guest I want to bring up, though, this individual, every time I hear him speak, he rocks the stage. This individual, I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. I've never heard him articulate words in a way that he does. And that's bold. I've heard a lot of people speak. Not only can this guy articulate words, he can articulate thoughts that invoke new perspective. Who wants a new perspective here tonight? Put me in the chat if you want a new perspective in life. Put me in the chat if you're like, you know what? I want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to get out of my comfort zone and start thinking differently. All right, I'm seeing. All right. We got team. Take care of the spammers in the chat, please. We got spammer in the chat. Thank you. Sorry, I want to make sure the team takes care of this ASAP. Team, take care of that ASAP, please. Thank you. All right. He can invoke some, listen, thoughts that you never knew you had. This individual, I've never heard anybody that can do this. This individual not only is great at speaking, but this guy's a leader. I don't know if you guys have ever been around somebody you just can tell, like, hey, I want to tap in with this guy. I got to do whatever this guy's doing. Some of y'all, you know that person, and you guys know somebody where you're like, hey, I just got to tap in with this person just because of their demeanor, because how they lead. And that's this guy right here. But I'm not going to hold up his time because he has about 30 to 40 minutes with you all tonight, maybe a little longer. We'll see. But he's going to come on and talk about how, before we get into the funding, before we get into the credit, before we get into all these things, the mindset and the perspective you have to maximize it, right? You're here, you want to maximize, you have to have a certain way of thinking. So before we get into the grants, the funding, the credit, the event spaces, and all these things, and plus we got some bonuses, listen, we got to get this right. So I'm going to welcome up to the stage a friend, somebody that is amazing, loving individual, but then is motivated as heck, and I love it. I want to welcome you all to the stage, Mr. David Power Talk.
Let's go. You guys hear me? I'm on the spotlight. Good. Let's get right to it right now, right? I want everybody right now, everybody put in the chat, make a decision. Everybody put in the chat right now, make a decision. Right now, you about to get some skills today. Yes, you about to get some knowledge. Your life is about to change only if you make the decision. Some of you didn't even make a decision to put the cameras on, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. I need your cameras on. I need you taking notes. I need you locked in for this a whole entire summit. But everybody, it should be 300 some people, whoever. I need everybody to put right now, make a decision. See, they brought me on first. You know why? Because yes, you about to get the skills. Who want the skills? Who want the passive income? Right? Who want to change the life, not just for you, but your whole entire family? Who want to be the first millionaire in your family? Put it in there. Who wants the skills? Say, I want the skills. Put it in the chat. Say, I want the skills. Come on. There we go. Say, I want the skills. But before I give you the skills, the first thing that I give you is the mindset. Everybody put mindset in the chat. See, it's an honor for me to come on before my coach. It's an honor for me to speak to everybody in here right now, because somebody right now, I'm going to tap into your soul. I'm going to tap into your mind. I'm going to let you understand that it's possible. See, this energy I'm about to give you is contagious, because some of you got some people in your life that's giving you some negative energy and they're trying to drain you, right? They're trying to pull you down, right? Put in the chat if you got some people in your life, you know that they always going to start you doing this little thing. Oh, you on that little summit. Come on, you know you got them people in your life, right? That when you try to move forward, they're trying to pull you back just a little bit, but they smile in your face. Come on, we know that, right? Oh, we family now, right? But guess what? I guess if you send them this link, they might even hop on. Then they're gonna ask you, why you come on this? Because today you did what? Make a decision. I want that to resonate in your mind, because if I never made a decision, I wouldn't be here right now. No, if I never made a decision, I won't be talking to you right now. And we're going to go a little bit into me a little bit, but first, I got to set the tone. I got to set the etiquette for this whole entire summit. And it's an honor for me to do that, because I know somebody right now, like today was a double Monday. Yeah, yesterday was a holiday. You with your family, you back at work, life was lifing. Let's be real, right? Some of you are in that in-between situation. Some of you in that I don't know if it's going to work situation. Some of you, is it really going to be my season situation? Let's be honest. If that's you, put one in the chat, because I need full transparency, because that's who I am. David Power Talk. I'm going to give you my story. I'm going to give you my soul. I'm going to give you my energy. But in order for you guys to connect with me, today I want you to understand that you matter. I want you to understand that you're going to make a decision. I want you to understand that this information that you're about to get, it's about to change your whole entire life. I believe everybody on here has 7 to 8 figures in their bank account. If you believe that, put yes in the chat. Now, don't get me wrong, right? You can't draw down from it right now. Now, don't get me wrong. But I believe you do have 7 to 8 figures in your bank account. If you believe that, put yes. Because see, the first thing we got to work on is your BS. Hold on, don't log off. We got to work on your belief system. See, if you believe it's there, it will be there. If you manifest it, it will be there. They say you have over 60,000 thoughts a day. They said over 80% of the thoughts, you rethink the same thoughts. Then they said, out of all those thoughts, about 50 to 70% are negative thoughts. Let's pause on that. So that means you have more negative thoughts than positive thoughts, but not right now. From this day forward, make a decision. Because you made a decision, it's nothing but positive thoughts. It's nothing but 7 to 8 figures. It's nothing but passive income. It's nothing but greatness. Everybody put greatness in the chat right now. Put greatness. Like, I need you undivided. I don't know why some of the cameras not on right now. I need you to take notes. I need the cameras on. Whatever distractions you got, the kids might be, whatever you had going on last week or today, I need you to disconnect. Because guess what? Today is your new day. Today is your new season. But you got to believe that first. You got to understand that the information you take right now can change your whole entire life. Because the man that's about to come up after me, he changed my life. He allowed me to get to 7 figures. Who want to get to 7 figures? Put yes in the chat. Who want to build their own table? Who want to be the first one in the family? When you sit down at dinner, you be like, you know what? The bill is on me. Here, take my card. No, but I know you might be in that in-between situation right now. I know you might be saying to yourself, but Power Talk, I don't see it. I don't believe it. But I'm trying to tell you this. I know that the average American make $55K a year. Then they say 30% make $100K. Then they say only 8.8% of Americans are either millionaires or make $1 million. So when Neo asked me to come on this summit, I said the only way I'm going to come on if everybody understand that they are the 8.8 of America. Some of you didn't get that because you didn't like the chat up. We got some work to do. We got some work. I just told you that everybody in here is the 8.8. You are the millionaires of America. You are the one. Everybody put I'm the one. Because I still see some of you in disbelief. Some of you are not really fully tapped into your belief system. But see, every time as soon as I got into Neo coaching program, not only did he change my perspective and my mindset, but he showed me that it's a faster way to make money than the short way. Who want to make money faster who want to make money faster than the long way? When I understood that I can make money faster than the long way, I said, oh, let's go. But in order for me to embrace it, I had to change my BS. But there's another BS I want to talk about. We got to embrace another BS. We got to embrace our beautiful struggle. How many people on this? Come on, let's be real. How many people on here know you've been through a beautiful struggle? You've been let's come on. Can we have a man? You about to get some information. You're hearing from all these millionaires. You're hearing everybody doing all these amazing things. They giving you all these secrets. They telling everything right now. But I want you to identify your beautiful struggle. I want you to identify the things you've been through, because that's the reason why you're here right now. See, God don't make no mistakes. The reason why this call was sent to you, the reason why you clicked onto this call, because he know you need a change in your life. How many people on this call right now, you need a change in your life? How many people are saying right now, something got to give? How many people got to say enough is enough? How many people say, you know what, I would not be my old version no more? How many people are here right now is saying, you know what, I'm going to take these notes, I'm going to implement this, whatever Neo say, whatever everybody else say right now, if it's working for them, it will work for me. If you believe that, put yes in the chat. Because see, I got to make sure that we're working on your belief system, because if you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you can see it. Some of you, it's the first time you're seeing Neo. First time you're seeing me. But what happens is this man got receipts. This man has changed lives. He has took somebody from zero to a multi-millionaire. So therefore, you on the right call. Everybody put alignment in the chat. Put alignment. And some of you not believing it right now because I see it in your face. But I want you to understand this, right? God is not going to align you with something that's going to hurt you. He's trying to show you what you've been praying for. How many people been praying for a breakthrough? How many people been asking the universe for a breakthrough? God, just give me a sign, right? No, the first of the month is coming up. Some of you got a mortgage, you got a car note. Some of you got some things you got to pay, right? But as you know, like, yeah, I got to pay these things. Let's be honest. But you got on this for free. Because sometimes you got to get exposed to something and see it before you realize the value that is given to you. So we're giving you something with so much value that's free right now, but about to take you to the next level. So therefore now when the first of the month come up, you don't even got to worry about it. You can smile about it. You can go on that vacation that you want to go on. But in order to do that, I'm going to give you a quick story. 1519, Cortez, right? Everybody write down 1519. So I want you to remember this story. 1519. This general had 600 men. 600 men on boats, like maybe 10, 12 boats, maybe 15. Some of you might know the story. Cortez get to the island. When they get to the island, he knew they had to take over the island. But his men, 600 men, was tired from other battles. How many people been in some battles in their life? How many people God has delivered you from something and you said, wow, I made it? If you knew that, put me in the chat. Because I want you to blow this chat up. I want you to be honest with me. I want you to really resonate. Because when you see this hat that says pain is my power, you're going to understand why I'm talking about this. Because what happened was this: as the men got to the island, as they got down, the general, he turns to his captain. He said, you tell all the men right now, I need them to burn every boat that we just came on. He said, but how are we going to get back if we burn the boats? He said, we're not going back where we came from. How many people on this summit right now, you know you're not going back where you came from. You know you're not going back to that financial trouble. You know you're not going through that mental attack. You know you're not going back to that environment that don't appreciate you. You know you're not going back to the people that you think that's your friends, but they really not, because they're doing this call with you. How many people understand, even though that you're tired, even though you've been through these rough waters, even though you've been through a season that just wasn't ideal, storm after storm after storm, you had to come to a conclusion when you got to this new island on this summit. See, this is your new island. So when you tapped in, when you got your cameras on, when you're taking notes, you are making a what? A decision. Everybody make a decision. I want that to resonate with you right now, because what happened was he had to set the tone to everybody and say, guess what? Neo turned to me, Power Talk. Tell everybody right now on the summit, right now to burn the boats. I say, but they had a long weekend. They had a holiday. They was flipping burgers and they was out on the beach and they was doing some things. I know they tired. Now it's Tuesday. They worked all day. But you want me to tell them to burn the boats now, Neo? He said, yes, tell them to burn the boats. Power Talk. I said, okay, I'm gonna tell them. The reason why I want you to burn the boats, because you got to understand it's only plan A. Some of you didn't catch that. It's only plan A from this day forward. Everybody put plan A. There is no plan B. There is no going back. No, there is no going back. There is no going back to worrying about bills. There is no going back saying, well, should I do this new thing? Should I be an entrepreneur? Should I write that book? Should I tap into the summit? Should I really focus on passive income? Should I really do the things that Neo tell me to do? Because you got to understand, Neo got receipts. We all got receipts that's giving you this game. But until you make a decision that you're going to burn these boats in your life, then you're going to say, wow, I can focus on what I got to focus on. But some of you saying, well, how you speaking to me? You got all this energy. You talking to me. What boats did you burn, Pallets Up? What boats you burn? Well, I burned a lot of boats. I had to burn a boat. Mother in the kitchen, half naked, not moving. Had to rub ice on my own mom's chest. Didn't know what I was doing. At that point, my mother was having an overdose. See, my name is David Solomon, two great kings, King David, King Solomon. Not only my name is David Solomon, I'm a junior. My father was a senior. He was only in my life long enough to beat my mother, not be there for me. That's another boat that I got at the island. Oh, I had to bounce from home to home, small town, Henderson, North Carolina, trailer park. Yep, another boat. Oh, I went from Henderson, small town, Newark, New Jersey, middle of the projects, another boat. Oh, grandmother said you can't come back to Henderson, can't live here no more, another boat. Yeah. But my grandmother said something to me that I'm gonna tell everybody right now that's on this summit right now. My grandmother said, everybody in the projects, everybody, that's right, Warren County, let's go, let's get it. Come on, Henderson, talk to me. North Kakalaki. My grandmother said something to me. She said, guess what? Everybody in the projects right now, they can see what they're doing. They're playing ball, they selling drugs, they doing all these, they can see what's going on. She said, but not everybody really got vision. Not everybody got vision. Everybody put vision in the chat. See, when my grandmother said that, think about this. I'm in building 108. I got homies in building 105. But 105 locked up dead in jail. But building 108, my grandmother said, boy, you gonna finish high school. Boy, you gonna get your degree, engineering. Oh boy, you gonna get in real estate. I left engineering 3 years, closed on 2 properties. I never looked back. Come on, do you understand what I'm saying? But I came from this environment that was not ideal. I believe that you're not a product of your environment, but you're a product of your choices. Because how can building 108 go ahead, get his degree, start his own company, become a certified motivational speaker, and build his business up, and now talking to you, but in building 105, locked up, dead or jail? Because you're not a product of your environment, you're a product of your choices. See, when you're born, you look like mommy and daddy. When you're born, you look like mommy and daddy. But when you leave this earth, you look like your choices. I'm gonna pause on that one for a minute, because some of you gotta think about that, what I just said. When you leave this earth, you look like your choices. David Power talk, everybody turn their pain into power. But in order to do that, there was a point, the biggest boat I had to burn was this. I made a lot of money real quick with no mentor, no coach, no daddy, no nothing. Yeah, I had daddy issues. I had mama issues, abandonment issues. I had a lot of boats. I had more boats than Cortez. But I'm at an island called greatness. But in order for me to experience that greatness, I'm sitting there making my first $1 million. But it said everybody put 1.7 in the chat. Everybody put 1.7 in the chat. Follow this story, because you need this before you go in to get all this knowledge. Because I know somebody on here, you've been in a season that it felt like you're waiting. You're in the in-between season. You're trying to get to the next season. You're trying to get to the next opportunity. But I know that some of the boats between that I experienced, some of you got your own boats that's at this island that you need to burn before you walk to this island of the greatness summit of passive income to change your whole entire life. It said 1.7 million people try to commit suicide every year. 1.7. What if I told you I was one of them? Grand opening, grand closing, lost everything. Lost it. Had no mentor, had no coach. I was the first person from a trailer park from the projects to make all this money and lost it. But guess what happens? I didn't lose my mindset. Everybody put mindset. Everybody put mindset. And then I want you to put small wins. I built everything back up, brick by brick by brick by brick. Why am I telling you that? Because before I even put foot on the sand, I had to turn around. I had to light a torch on every boat. Abandonment, doubt, feel like my value's not there, financial issues. I had to burn all those boats. How many people in here right now, let's be honest, you know you got to burn some boats in your life. Because see, in order for you to receive this information, we got to remove some things so you can receive new information. Somebody said multiple, couple. Yes, me. No, come on. How many people got to burn some boats? And some of the boats might be some of the old people used to hang with. You don't got to light them on fire, but you at least got to push them, like you got to push them back in the water, right? They can't come with you on this island. Because see, this island is only for the 1% and the 2% people, and that's who you are. You're the one. They said that most millionaires, 80% of millionaires are first generation millionaires. And that's you. If you believe that, put 1 in the chat. Why am I giving you these stats? Because sometimes if you don't know the stats, you don't know how you can be part of the stats. Because what happened was I didn't know that 1.7 people was trying to take their life. But if I knew about that stat, I said, I don't want that stat. That's not a stat I want. But the stat that I do want is to be the stat to be the first generation of millionaire. That's the stats that I want to be part of. And if that's you, I want you to put 8.8 back in the chat. Because as a motivational speaker, you got to lead with some concrete information. Now, we talked about burning the boats. We talked about 8.8. We talked about your belief system. You got to believe that you are the 8.8. You got to see it. But I'm going to be very transparent with you. It's not easy. It's an everyday process. Yes, you might go on Instagram and see everybody else with the Rolls Royce, with the house, with the pool and everything else. But if you go on Neo Instagram, you're going to see the time when he was in the garbage truck. You're going to see the time when he was sitting there with at that time, his girlfriend in a garbage truck, in a dump truck, picking up garbage. No, this is a real story. The man that's hosting this right now, he was sitting there in a dump truck, picking up garbage. Then he had a food truck. But now he's a multi-millionaire? Everybody put in the chat, it's possible. And this ain't no fluff. So if you go on this Instagram and you see what he's doing, and now he's giving you the things that's working for him, it can work for you. Everybody put it's possible. Because see, once you get exposed to something, once you see it, it can't be unseen. So once I seen this, I'm like, oh wow, this is possible? So you mean to tell me I can go from stage to stage and get paid 5 to 6 figures from just giving a message, change somebody's belief system? So some of you right now, you got to understand. Yes, I see Kim on here. I see Cammy on here. I see Tasha on here. Andrea, I see Kathy. I see Lisa. See, a lot of you don't understand. Yes, that's your name, but you might be at a job at Amazon, Uber Eats. You might be doing something that you've been picked to do. Yeah, you've been picked to do these certain things. But what if I told you that you actually been chosen to do something much greater? No, you've been chosen to do something much greater. And until you believe that, it's not going to happen. See, before I was David Powell Talk, I was D-Block, riding motorcycles, chasing women, doing all types of stuff. But that's how I lost everything. I wasn't focused. If you focus on one thing, some of you right now, everybody put habits in the chat. Everybody put habits. There are some habits right now that you got to let go. But there's some new habits I need you to adopt right now. And the new habits is this. Some of you didn't even come on and put your cameras on, or you took notes. Some of you walk around the parking lot. Some of you doing X, Y, and Z. I get it. You drive me work. I get it. But I want you to understand this whole summit right now, I need you to take as many notes as possible.